Hi again, so it's me. I'm finally back from my vacation. When I went to see family, as I mentioned, one of my cousins was graduating, and because it was Labor Day or Memorial Day weekend, and my aunt has this huge house, huge land. It's basically a farm. Well, they decided to have a camp out basically for the weekend. So I got to see a lot of cousins that I haven't seen in a while, and it was good. It was nice. So basically, my aunt owns this really huge, quote unquote, farm. It's not really a farm, but kind of it sort of is. Um, well, the area where she lives is right next to a river, and her house is right next to a river, and there's some sort of like housing law or something. I'm not entirely sure, but basically, if you live within X feet of a river, you have to put your house on stilts. Your house has to be 12 feet high, and so my aunt lives in a house that is 12 feet in the air. It's a little disturbing when you're in the house and the train goes by a few hundred yards away and it shakes everything, and yeah, so it's interesting. And anyway, my cousins like to refer to it as Highview Ranch. Little joke, of course. Um, but I mean, there is farming going on, sort of. About a year and a half ago, some people approached my aunt saying, "Hey, you have all this free land, and we want to use it. We'll rent it from you for the next 25 years to grow our grapes for our wine." And of course, my aunt said yes. um, so it's pretty cool. Like the vast majority of their land is taken up by this vineyard, and it's kind of cool. We keep joking that we're going to go out there and make our own wine and call it Ivy Ranch wine. But no, seriously, it's not actually their grapes, so that would probably be illegal, technically, I think. Um, anyway, it was really cool being out there and camping, and I really had a great time. Like I said, saw my cousins that I haven't seen in a while. Got to catch up with a few others. Um, I got a lot of walking in, that's for sure. There's a nice little raised levee, I guess it's called, next to the river. So got to walk along that and exercise. Gotten out in the fresh air. You know, it's just south of Sacramento, so the weather is actually pretty decent up there. I was surprised it didn't get above, I think, 80 more than once while we were up there. And actually, I think the highest it was 87, but it really wasn't that bad. Um, I ended up having to go to Kohl's and buy a jacket because it was getting kind of cold at night, and camping out and whatnot. Anyway, so it was a good weekend. Family wasn't too bad. My mother gave me the greatest concern. She's like I said, the house is 12 feet in the air, and this is my mom's favorite sister, probably. But unfortunately, the my mother can't bend her legs very well. Her left leg is basically permanently locked. She can't really bend it at all, making going up and down stairs very difficult. My uncle did have an elevator that he created and was attached to the house, except that some couple weeks ago it broke, and so that forced my mother to be going up and down the stairs a couple times a day, and that wasn't very good. So she's probably not gonna visit again anytime soon, and that was a little bit sad to hear because I know it's her favorite sister and she really cares for her. Um, and my aunt doesn't get to travel that much. She's not. All her money's tied up, so they don't really get to travel unless someone pays for it, unless someone pays for the flight or pays for the gas or what have you, or takes her. So, yeah, my aunt's kind of stuck on her farm. You'd think it wasn't that bad, but it kind of is. Her kids and grandkids both all have busy lives, so they don't get to visit that often, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, that's about it. yeah, this was a lot more depressing than I wanted to share, but it's good to get things off my chest, you know? That's kind of why I decided to start doing these videos. Just have someone to talk to, something to talk about, get things off my chest, because I don't always have someone to talk to. So I think this is helping. This is helping a lot, definitely. Anyway, that's all for now. Bye.